How's it going, everyone? Today is December 13th, 2019, and this is Thriving Bulls Trade of the Day. Hello, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you guys are coming from. This is Thriving Bulls Trade of the Day. We are looking at actually three different trade opportunities here that we have going on. We have the US 500 S&P, the US Tech 100, and which is NASDAQ, and the Wall Street 30, which is Dow Jones. Now, interesting things have happened. This is the 12th of December. We just wanted to film this because this is an amazing opportunity to see here. So we're actually going to be looking at the Dow Jones for right now. So as you can see, we are making new all-time highs. Now, a lot of people will say, well, why are you trading these? Why are you trading these all-time highs? Why aren't you just waiting for confirmation? All these sort of things. Well, I already have my confirmation. So my confirmation here is that I see that price has already tested these levels before and failed dramatically all the way down to the downside at 27,539, and here we are right back into that zone at the 28,200s, and I'm expecting this thing to fall right back down. So as you can see, we are looking at the positive 1.5 deviation level. So if I go into the 15-minute chart, you can really see that the price has just really shot up here, and it has just gone through the roof all the way since let's see here, since 8:30, or since 8:30 this morning. So you can see that the price has really shot up, and we are looking for a nice, what we call gap fill, which is all of this gap filling here. Now, I'm sure price will not just plummet all the way back down. Now, if it does, that's going to be very surprising. What I could expect happen is for we drop all the way back down into maybe Friday's POC and positive 0.5, and then work our way back up into a rally, because we have to have some sort of momentum in order to just kind of slow down everything that's going on. So that's the Dow. We have our /ES, which is the S&P 500, which we can see is also at a positive 1.5 deviation, and then we have that's the Russell, which we're not trading with here. And here we are at /NQ, which is the NASDAQ, and we can see that we're actually at the positive 1. Now, what all these trades have in common is that we have some strong divergence here. So you can see that we have highs, lows, and lows. This is really working its way down, yet we are working our way up. So this is actually showing that all of this is showing that we are going to be looking for a nice downswing. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and we're going to see what happens. Let's go ahead and go back into Nadex and see what we're looking at. Now, these trades are not too bad out of the money as of yet. We got all of these trades roughly around the same price. We got at 35, 44, 43. These are all in the money trades. They have over an hour. Have an hour and 40 minutes for these trades to complete. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video, and we're going to come back and see what happens with these trades. Now, my guess is as you can see here, we are creating a nice little kind of flag pattern, but what I can expect happen here is that we're going to start to break out and start to work our way back into the downside. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and we're going to see what happens. Alright, so one of our trades, the Wall Street 31, actually just closed. We actually manually closed that particular trade. That trade we closed out for about $17 worth of profit on each side. So we're looking at about, let's pull up the calculator here. So 17 times 6, and this is 102, and this is without the fees. So we're looking at these next few trades here. On this trade here, we're going to go ahead and make some limit orders here. So we're looking at 44.25. We're going to look for $10 on this particular trade. So we're going to look for 34.25 on this particular one, and we're going to make that pending order. And then we have our US 500, which is our US S&P 500. And this particular trade, we're also going to look for 10, and that's only because this one's a little bit less. We got it at 35, so it's about $10 less than than the other trades that we had. We had it at 44, and I think the other one was about 45, 43. So we want to go ahead and just kind of make sure that we have that wiggle room. So we'll look for 25.75 on this one. So 25.75. I'll go ahead and make that pending order, and that one's actually going already kind of in a few dollars, a couple dollars into profit here. So we're going to go ahead and repause the video. So we have our pending orders here. We're going to be able to just kind of wait this one out. So this one is actually somewhat in the money. What's really great about this particular trade is that we have a nice head and shoulders pattern on the 1 minute. And if we look at the US Tech 100, we have some nice head and shoulders patterns as well that are looking for downside momentum. Now, it is getting close to lunchtime. It's 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, so we may not see any crazy movement. But what we're really looking for now is some let's see, that's Dow Jones. Here's the US 500. S&P 500 here. We can see on the 15-minute chart we have a really nice doji candle here, and what we can expect to happen is if we go into our Fibonacci tool, take it from swing low to swing high, we should expect price to come all the way down into this 23.6 extension. Once we hit this 23.6 extension, that's when we'll probably look for a close off, and that is actually where we're going to go ahead and place a nice alert here. So we're going to do a single alert at or below this particular angle here, and then we're going to look for the Nasdaq, which is where we are right here, and we're looking at actually getting really close to this +1 extension. So we're actually going to go ahead and we'll place our Fibonacci, but we actually may go ahead and get rid of the trade once we hit that +1, because this is now acting as some major support. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to go and put a nice alert. Let's see, create an alert single at or below. All right, great. So we are forming a nice engulfing candle pattern, but will it hold? We still have quite a bit of time until that candle stops its formation. So we'll look for that particular trade to kind of work its way down into this +1 deviation, and the Nasdaq is, I believe, the one that we don't have. Well, we have another closer here. So let's see. So the US Tech 100 is the only one out. So let's go ahead and look at that. So we made our $10 on that particular trade as well. So we're looking at about $160 worth of profit. So if we were to close this trade out right now, we'd still be in the money. So we're going to go ahead and kind of watch this trade off. But to be honest with you, we may go ahead and close this trade out if we start to get into a little bit of a profit zone. So as of right now, we're about $162 without the fees. So with the fees, we're looking at 162 minus 12, because we are $6 on each side. So we're looking at $150 worth of profit as of right now. So we're looking at this now, which is here, here, and here, and price is coming up to kind of retest that zone. So we may go ahead and really start to see some downward momentum. Let's go ahead and see indices. US 500 was the latest trade that we had. Let's go ahead and see the momentum that we had. To be honest with you, we didn't really have much. It was just enough downward momentum to give us a little bit of that profit. So glad we got the $10 that we did, that we marked on this particular trade. We're just going to kind of keep watching this one. We're not too much into profit. 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about three ticks. So we're just going to kind of look for maybe a little bit of profit here, maybe like $5 worth of profit. That way we can kind of, take a little bit off on this. Let's go ahead and look. So here's our Nasdaq trade. We're seeing some nice downward plays. We're coming into that +1 deviation. Let's go back into Nadex, see what we have. We're looking for that 34. We didn't quite get there. 38. Looks like we're wicking around that bottom Keltner. And there we go. And it just got filled. All right, perfect. So it looks like out of all the trades, we actually got out at $102 on the Dow Jones, $60 on the S&P, and $60 on the other one as well. So we had Dow Jones, S&P, as well as Nasdaq. And so now we have $6 on NASDAQ. So now what we do is we have $6 on each side. So we have $6 on one, the other, and the other. And then we do another $6 because we won these trades. So we have $186 worth of profit that we made on this particular trade. Now, this is an amazing type of opportunity to kind of look at, because really really what we can see here is just some amazing opportunities within these deviation levels. Now, I know that a lot of people will probably look at this and say, well, these deviations, I don't see the deviation here, but understanding how the markets work, understanding that all of these markets, as far as these indices go, these indices futures, they all work the same. You can see these are all 15-minute charts and they all look identical. So if I go into this and go into the 15-minute chart, you can see all identical. So you can kind of guesstimate that. So I always kind of like to look at Dow Jones. This is just what I kind of like to look at. A lot of people like to look at /ES, which is the S&P. You can definitely do that as well. But kind of looking to see, you can see S&P didn't quite get to the 1.5. You can see that the Russell didn't quite get to the 1.5. The NQ did not, which is the Nasdaq, also did not go into the 1.5. But Dow Jones did. Dow Jones hits right to the tick. I mean, right to the tick on that 1.5, positive 1.5 deviation. We are super overbought, and we are starting to see that downward momentum play. And so looking into 4 candle formations, as you can see, we have a nice doji candle here that really showed its colors and really showed that we were going to be seeing some downward momentum. Seeing all of these things work their magic and looking into knowing that we were getting into extreme highs of the day. So you can see that extreme highs overall, to be honest. So if you go into this is the daily and you zoom in here, you can see that the price is retesting this little zone here. It's retesting that little zone, and what do we see? The price came right to the tick, and is now gapping or wicking right within that particular price. So it looks like that price held to all-time highs overall in its lifetime. It held there, worked all the way back down. It's come right back into that position, and it's going to work its way back down. So what we've formed here is a nice double top. So what we can potentially see for major downward swings is if we surpass this -2 now. The -2 is holding right at the bottom here, and that is where we would look for extreme selling opportunity if price were to work its way down into this particular position, work its way down, and let's go back into the blue here, and let's just work this way all the way over here. Well, that's not very straight. Let's go ahead and make it kind of like this. And price were to work its way off of this particular zone, and we could possibly see some nice downward momentum that way. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. As always, we want to let you guys know that we are still holding our cyber sale. So if you go into thrivingbull.com, you will see that the auto trader is still $150 a month. It is a lifetime price. You get the auto trader, the signals, the daily deviations every single day. The daily deviations alone are $90 a month, the cheapest that you'll find on the internet. The signals are $100 a month, some of the cheapest that you'll find on the internet. So both of those together, $190 value. With those two, you're getting basically $40 off, as well as an auto trader for free. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate in the comment section down below, or visit our website at www.thrivingbull.com.